Hello common people, this is Akumaga Reviews and you are greeted by your lovely host Pepse. Sadly Halloween season is behind us, it was a glorious month once again, but now it's again time to put skeletons to the closet, slowly but steadily. We don't stop watching scary movies because it's not Halloween anymore, oh no ho ho, quite the opposite. This video is going to be a short summary about my Halloween, what I did, what I watched and all that nice stuff. This season I just wanted to have fun, so I didn't go with any theme or like that. We made pizza. Here is our Halloween pumpkin this year. Starry-eyed like God's intended. First movie we watched was Phantom of the Opera. It is a 1943 American romantic horror film directed by Arthur Lubin and is loosely based on Gaston Leroux's 1910 novel The Phantom of the Opera and its 1925 film adaptation starring Lon Chaney. This movie was different than we expected. My Universal horror movie box is almost depleted and Phantom of the Opera was still unwatched. We thought that because every other movie here is some kind of supernatural horror movie or monster movie, that this one would not be an exception. But no, it was quite different actually. It told us about the violinist Eric Claudin, who gets kicked out of the Paris Opera House because his fingers don't work anymore due to his age. He tries to get his own concerto published, but after 3 weeks he gets very harshly rejected. He then hears someone playing his music and accuses publisher Maurice Pleyel of stealing his music and kills him in a fit of rage. Maurice's assistant then throws etching acid into his face, making him escape. He becomes quite obsessed by the young opera singer Christine Dubois, who he almost haunts and kills her competition, in order to get her this better spot. All while love triangle around Dubois between two gentlemen go on. I was surprised how this worked despite not being a supernatural movie, but I really didn't grasp the beauty of Paris opera either. I like Andrea Bocelli, but this style of opera which inhabited most of the movie was kinda meh. Action was nice and humor was on point, especially between two competing gentlemen who were after Dubois. It was a fine watch. I recommend taking a look because it is a classic film after all, that should be seen anyone liking old horror films. We also played some card games, more specifically Four Souls, a Binding of Isaac card game, and it was a nice game. I won by the way. After stuffing ourselves with pizza and drinks and some candy, we also got some trick-and-treaters and gave them some of our candy reserves. I don't by the way think that I have to eat candy in a while. After this it was almost midnight and we watched one last movie, going away from the horror to comedy. A Haunted House was a 2013 B-horror comedy film directed by Michael Titus and written by Marlon Wayans and Rick Alvarez. Malcolm and Kisha moved into the house that was early haunted. Movie played around a movie Paranormal Activity and it was a movie made in a scary movie style, parodying one bigger film. This movie was fun, yes, they had good jokes every now and there, and of course it was overly offensive with everything it did. There was no one that survived the slander while they filmed Freaky Ghost doing its freaky things in the house. It age showed, but nonetheless it was something that entertained our intoxicated minds for a while, as we laughed for the cheesy humor and silly acting. Do I recommend it? If you want to go back 12 years to see what people liked back then, sure, but otherwise, nah, Scary Moves did what they did best back in the days already. And that was pretty much my Halloween in 2025. Nothing glamorous, and I am fine with that. How was your evening? Comment down below, click like, subscribe, and we can do this again, because I hope that we can celebrate Halloween together in 2026. This was my Halloween, brought to you by Akumaga Reviews and speaking to you, your lovely host Pepse, and I'll see you in the next review. Goodbye!